Welcome, blind guy, his wife, their life. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see if I can do a quick share. Can you guys hear me? Yes, we are live. Hi, blind guy, his wife, their life. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. Mm. So I was trying to check out my webcam, but I don't know, my camera is off and I don't know how to fix it. So I decided that I'm just gonna go and do it through my software. Can you guys hear me? I just want to know. Thank you for joining Ricky Live 365. Let me edit my nightbot because I don't want too much emoji in here. Guys, do not use too much emojis nor too much symbols. Alright? Because then the nightbot will catch on and then problem. Alright, let me see if I can edit my nightbot real quick. Hi Justin, welcome in. Mystic Sensation. I don't want to have a feedback here, so I want to put up my phone, but I just want to edit my nightbot so that I don't have any issues. Alright. I'm just gonna wait for a few more persons to come in, then we can have our discussion. Mommy Adora, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you coming in. I had to do over this because when I just started, I was trying to do use my webcam, but I don't know. The webcam won't show my face. I don't know I'm not very techy, guys. So when I realized that I don't know what to do with the webcam, I just get off there and then come straight using my software. So give me 1 second. I want to get off this phone. But, oh guys, if you can share me out, I would appreciate it. Alright, shoot me a share on your social media, your community platform. It doesn't matter. The more the merrier. Alright, I'm just welcoming Facing Reality. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. Mary Queen Longman, thank you for joining. Wellness with Frugal Mama, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, I have to edit my give me 1 second, guys. Alright, my apology. Alright, Jeff channel, welcome. So guys, for my live it's a bit different. Different from my premiere where you can use a lot of emojis and symbols and so on. But for my live, you have to minimize the amount of symbols that you use. If not, the night mode is gonna catch up on it and we're gonna have a problem. We don't want no spamming in here. So careful on your symbols and your emoji. Limit your emoji to at least 3 or well, the most 3 or less. All right. All right, so I'm gonna get directly into talking about the topic that you see: investment, budgeting, and more. I'm very passionate about this, guys. So 2020 onwards to 2022 that we're in now, we'll be going through a pandemic. The entire world is going through this pandemic. I need committee. from here, please. Oh, okay. So Mary Queen is talking to everyone in here. All right. So I'm gonna just go directly into what I'm saying. So from 2020 to now, we've been having, a pandemic. The entire world is going through this crazy pandemic, right? And I don't know, but I think most of our lives have been impacted by this pandemic. Either, persons lose their jobs, one parent at home, kids at home, many different things that is happening. And I think this is the time that we need to try to budget a bit more, and also to be cognizant of our investment and the investment opportunity that we have available, right? I'm gonna go directly in it. Let me just pin a message here. Welcome in Tuber Chat. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate you coming in. Guys, you can get acquainted with each other. You're all welcome. And remember, share and like. And if you want to drop your link, you can drop your link every 5 minutes by typing exclamation sign Stockholm. All right. But do not do it too often, because I don't want it to get too spammy. All right. All right. There we go. All right. Let me continue. Sorry about that, guys. I tend to, when I'm typing, I can't seem to talk and type. But let me continue. So yes, so since we're going through the pandemic, and it's, thank you very much Tuber Chat for sharing me on Reddit. I appreciate it. The sharing, I really appreciate. Guys, sharing is caring, and that's how I see it. All right, so continuing. All right, so investment, you have to evaluate yourself and who you are. Is it that you're a person that likes to take risk, or are you someone that prefers to, go to a low risk investment? So firstly, before even thinking about investment, you have to think about the person that you are, the type of person that you are. Say for instance, for myself, I am a high risk person. Yes, I tend to take high risk sometimes, and I do that because the higher the risk, the higher the reward, right? But then it also goes the other way on the scale. The higher the risk, the higher the amount that you can lose, right? So I know a lot of persons, especially now, is more, tight knit when it comes to their little chump, their little penny that they get in. You don't really want to uh, venture into more high risk investment. So I think most persons would look towards medium to low to medium risk investment, and a way of doing that is to consider the different types of investment that is available to you. And there is so many, guys, there's so many things that you can invest in. For me, I like passive income, and passive income is not easy to venture in, because it takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of time that you can sit down and wait and hope that something will come about. But for now, I think passive investment is something that you can look into. But I don't want to, we're going to talk about that later on down into the discussion. And guys, I'm trying to have a discussion, so I don't just want to come on here and just be talking. I want you to engage me. So if you have questions in regards to investment budgeting or anything that has to do with money related issues, then I wanted to voice that concern. Welcoming Pro. I am so awful with names. Pro sounding sounds. I'm gonna leave it at that because I cannot pronounce the first part of your channel name. Greetings to you. Thank you so much for joining. Remember to like and share. Charlene here, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. So guys, I haven't done my monetization live as yet. I'm hoping to schedule it at an appropriate time, but not right now. But this live, I want us to really discuss the different things that we can invest in and ways and means going about investment, right? I think I started off telling you to evaluate yourself, and that is one of the number one thing, that you have to know who you are, what you're willing to risk. And consider, when you're doing your risk assessment of yourself, you also have to consider the reward that you will get and the amount that you're allowed to lose, because it goes both ways, gain and lose. Blind guy, his wife, their life. I'm a high risk person too because I want the high reward. It's the same for me. It's the same thing for me. Blind guy, his wife, their life. I am a high risk person. But since the COVID, the pandemic, I have tried to be a little bit more medium to low risk type, because everything that is happening is the world, the stock market is going down. Yes, it's a downward gradient, so a lot of things is going downward. So right now is the time to hold, not necessarily to hold on to what you have, but to invest in more uh medium to low risk investment. And guys, I'm not talking about saving is really for something that is, if you have something in the future that is very close, then you can save in a bank account. But when we talk about investment, we are talking about assets. We are talking about different diverse portfolio that you can invest in. We are talking about real estate. We are talking about the stock market. We are talking about CDs. We are talking about government bonds. So it's a mixture of diverse things that you can invest in depending on who you are and the risk that you're willing to take. Welcoming, let me break right there. Welcoming IJ Isabel. Thank you so much for joining, guys. If you can share me out, I would appreciate it. Mystic Sensation, I think I greeted you already. You're talking to Charlene Hill. All right, so everybody getting acquainted. Perfect. I am moderate but do take high risk based on my vibes of the product, etc. Okay, all right. So I don't want to say what person should do with their money, but for me, I tend to diversify my portfolio. And what I mean by that, and my risks as well, what I mean by that is that if you don't want to, and you also don't want to spread yourself too thin. All right, but you want to diverse. In Jamaica, we have a term that says you can't put all your eggs in one basket, right? Is a term that we use, and what it really means is that you don't want to put all of your asset, all of your hard earned money in one single investment, and then if that investment does crash, then you lose all your life savings. Makes no sense. So diversifying your portfolio, you can also diversify your risk. So you can invest in some low risk investment, some high risk, some medium risk. So then when you look at the average risky investment that you've done, it levels off at moderate or medium risk, right? But also, right? Also, I tend to lose my train of thought when I'm thinking about one thing over the other. But anyhow, You also have to consider um, what how much money that you have access to, right? If But it doesn't matter though, because if you have like $100, I'm gonna go very small. If you have 100 US dollar or 100 Canadian dollar, it can go a far way. You just have to, maybe you might have to put $2 there, $2 there, $10 there, and so on. But it works. It works. So yes, diversifying your portfolio, that is one. Guys, I did not rehearse my live. I do not write down anything for this live. It is very spontaneous, and as always, I do it when my baby's asleep. So I'm just talking here, having that this discussion, and everything that I say here is things that I've done for myself, and it has worked. I have invested in the stock market, but right now I haven't done so in the last 2 years. I am more conservative on my investment when it comes to the stock market, but because as we all know, the pandemic has plundered the stock market in such a way where it can recover, but it will take some time to recover. And I don't want to add more funds in that area where it is going downhill. I prefer in the future, when the pandemic is on the verge of coming to an end, then you know you can assess the situation and find the right time to go jump right back in there. But yes, that is very high risk, as you know, because the stock market varies depending on the economy of it doesn't matter which country you're from. The economy plays a lot on the stock market. So as the economy go up and down, the stock market will also go up and down. Let me see if I miss anyone. No. Okay. Yes. So it's the same. So that is definitely a high risk investment that you can consider. But the reward is overwhelming, guys. As I said, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. But it's also the higher the loss you can end up with. So if you do decide to invest in the stock market, whether now or in the future, do your research before going forward. Do your research the companies, research their background, research study their income, and their incoming monetaries and their outgoing monetaries. Research these things before considering to do that investment, and it's very important. I've spent some time before I even started or venture in that area. I had like 2 years, and still learning, 2 3 years under my belt of research before even considering to dabble in there for a bit. Using other resources is good too. Trading services that you use to pay for help. Yes, blind guy, his wife, their life. That is awesome. I'm gonna touch on that as well. The different areas, because I there are several different things that you can bear market, Abby. Yes, Charlene Hill, you get that right. So there are several different things that you can dabble in. If the stock market is not for you, oh, I understand that. You have other things that you can invest in. You have real estate. Now, real estate is kind of pricey. As we all know, everywhere it is pricey. So to invest in real estate, ah, you might have to have a larger capital. So it depending on the person and how much you have under your belt to spend. Hi, welcome in Amina's Choice. Thank you for being here. Uh, Please remember to like and share me out if you can. All right, the CNBC app is useful for researching the news and market trends. Awesome blind guy, his wife, they're like, thank you for offering that information. I am familiar with the app, but I haven't used it for myself. Most of my research has been done through direct online searches and going on the different companies. I also get IPOs and APOs from companies that I actually read through, and I look at their, I use a fine teeth comb and go through all of their finances. So, but yes, that I will definitely check out. And it depends too on which stock market that you want to invest in. Jamaica, most of you know, I am Jamaican, and the Jamaica stock market is one of the best ones so far, one of the best stock market to invest in, because the economy, it affects the stock market but not as much as, say, for instance, the US. So it depends on the area that you're investing. But of course, it also depends on how much reward that you want back as well. So let me put that aside for a bit, talking about the stock market, and go back to real estate. Real estate is a great investment, guys. Very great investment. But it is also requires a lot of capital to invest in. Uh, to say it doesn't matter if you're, you know, thinking about rental, because you can do rental in properties. If you have it like that, you can do rental. You can also do, whether short term, long term. You can also do a flip, what they call house flipping. You buy a, a house that is, broken down and whatever, and build it up back and let it look nice, and refurbish it, and then you put it and you get your profit from that. So there's so many things in real estate that you can, and if you go about doing house flipping, it is not that, the capital is not that expensive comparing to actually buying homes to rent, right? So, because it's fixer uppers, they call them fixer uppers, so it's much cheaper that way. So that is also, and that investment is not very high risk. I would say about medium risk sort, depending. But you also have that risk of losing your money if maybe you didn't do your research well enough, and you buy it in an area that is, you didn't get a deal. It's so many things that involves in that. So the first thing to do is to, whichever investment that you have your eyes on, or you decide that you would prefer to do this invest, do your research first before going ahead and doing it. I'm gonna touch on passive income, but I'm gonna put that towards the end. So continuing, then you have other investments such as, where they call it, deposit fixed deposit. That's a lot of person know about that one, and more lean towards fixed deposit, where you get a percentage on whatever money that you have. But for fixed deposit, no, it also depending on your capital, because if you don't have enough capital, then your reward is not going to be that great, and you have to be able to have that lump sum to put aside. And when you have that lump sum to put aside, you have to just basically forget about it, because you won't be able to touch it until maybe the next couple of years, whatever time period or maturity that you have. All right. So yes. Oh, I thank you so much, super chat. Ooh, thank you so much, Sissy. You're a flatus. Thank you so much, and congratulations. Yay, thank you. I haven't done my monetization live as yet. I'm planning to, but I really appreciate my super chat, super chat. All right. So continuing, so for you to choose your investment portfolio, it's best to diversify. We spoke about the high risk, some high risk assets that you can go towards, which is like stocks. uh Bonds now is different. Persons usually put it together, they say stocks and bonds, but it's two different things. Stocks is what you see on the stock market, where you get a certain number of stocks, and then from a company sell a part of its stocks, and then you purchase whatever. And um bonds now it can come from the government. That is a bit more safer than stocks, because it's like a loan. It's a loan that the government or company takes, because you have government bond separate. Oh, super chat, super chat. Sorry guys, when I see super chat I get excited. Thank you so much, blind guy, his wife. They're like, woo! I get so excited, guys. Thank you so much. I am just venturing in this world, so when I get super chat, I get so ecstatic about it. Thank you so much. Oh boy, we can do this now. Yes, blind guy, his wife. They're like, you can definitely do this now. Let me see. Okay. No, you see, blind guy, his wife, their life, you just throw me off my. This is a good topic. Thank you, your afflators. Thank you so much, and I think it's really necessary now, to discuss this topic. Blind guy, his wife, and their life just threw me off my train of thought. Um, Going back to bonds, you have two different types of bonds. You have government bonds and you have company bonds, right? So that is more of a medium risk type, and it's something that you can consider, especially in this time where you have the pandemic going along. Because only so your afflators just said, because only very few have financial literacy. Yes, yes. Guys, I talk on this topic not because I just decided to do a topic. I actually I actually do these things for myself. I am a serial entrepreneur, separate and apart from my career choice of being a chemist. But I am also an entrepreneur, and I went to school. I did my business administration that involved marketing, finance, budgeting, and everything. So I am not just here just talking on the top of my head. Right? But yes, let me continue. I was discussing real estate. No, I passed that blind guy, his wife, their life. I was discussing bonds, the difference between stocks and bonds, where stocks is you selling a part of your company, stocks, right? And for the bonds is like a loan that a company or the government gives you. And that one is much lower risk than the stocks, because the stocks go up and down depending on so many factors including the economy, whereas a bond is more like a loan that the company wants to expand, the company wants to bill on whatever it is, and they reach out to the public or to a certain class of persons, maybe members, whatever it is, and they ask for a loan, and in receiving that loan, then it's a bond, right? It's a bond that you will eventually get some form of profit from, and that of course is a much less risk than stocks. But yes, we spoke about bonds. We dabble a bit on stocks, and oh, you're buffering, IJ Sabel. Guys, let me know if you can hear me, see me, because I sometimes my connection go in and out. So let me know. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. My connection can be awful sometimes. Okay. My internet, my network. Alright, give it a minute, guys. Alright, let me see if this will come back in due time. Guys, you can just let me know when my network is back. Yes, IJ Isabel, my network is misbehaving. Where I am, it tends to go in and out sometimes. Um, just let me know when the buffering has stopped, please, because I am not sure what the hell is happening on this thing. Can you guys at least hear me? Hear what I'm saying? Okay, good, Justin Mellows. Because I stopped for a bit, I wasn't sure if you guys could hear me or anything. I didn't want to continue talking and then nobody hearing what I'm saying. All right. So Justin said that he can hear me. Everyone else, keep flowing, Abby. We can hear and see continue after. But okay. All right. Uh, Oh, there's static mystic sensation. There's no static from my end. There's no phone around me. Is there static for everyone? IJ Sabel, do you hear static or can you hear me clearly? Thank you so much, Shonda. I appreciate you sharing me out because the more the merrier. Oh, I did not welcome in Living Beautifully. I am so sorry. Welcoming, my dear, and the real deal with Shonda. Welcome in. I don't think I welcome both of you guys. All right. Your afflator's secretary. Welcome in. Guys, be careful. Not too much emojis and not too much symbols because my nightbot is cuckoo. Yes, it gets cuckoo sometimes. All right. So let me continue. All right, let me continue. So yes, so for continuing on the topic of the different types of investment, we spoke about bonds, stocks, real estate. What are the other things that you can invest in? You can also invest in uh, low things that doesn't require a large capital, right? Um, you can go for say let me tell you some other things. You can go for say fixed deposit. Fixed deposit is a good way of regaining. And guys, let me go back to what I was saying before about stocks and bonds and so on. You see, if you're not a person that can understand all of what is happening with the stocks and with the bonds and so on, you can always get someone to deal with that for you. Because when you do, say for instance, investment with a company that does investment and life insurance and so on, for here I don't know if it's everywhere, but you have Sagicor and many other Guardian Life, different policy companies that offers life insurance and investments, and you have many other. The banks do it all over. So for those persons, thank you very much, Hilda DC. Thank you and welcome in. Hata Flex Living, thank you so much for coming in. And welcome, guys. I might be buffering. I don't know my internet. I don't want to say that word, but that S word. Yes, it goes in and out sometimes. Yes, Blue Eyes, my nightbot is psycho, and we all know this. But thank you so much for coming in. So I'm gonna continue to let you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so going back, so you can do fixed deposit. You can do, if you're not very versed on investing for yourself into stocks, bonds, and so on. And you can go the company way, where you have someone that manage your portfolio for you and do these investments. And these persons are usually experts in their area. Oh, Tuber Chat, thank you so much, Tuber Chat. Okay, the monetization live will be scheduled for next week Saturday. I'm hoping to get some videos in so I can compile and do whatever, so I can then do my monetization celebration. But thank you so much, super chat, super chat. Yes, so next week Saturday, guys, I can't give a time because I just have to schedule it. uh you know how my crazy time is, I have to schedule it when my baby's sleeping, but I will schedule it beforehand. So once you come on my page, you will see that it's scheduled, and if you're able to attend, I will really appreciate it. All right, welcome in to Tea Time with Lady Let's. Thank you so much. Ah, the beauty of the sun, Shonda. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Yes, yay! I get a super sticker. and and this is my, no, I think it's my second super sticker, and I'm over the moon with it. All right, so continuing. So for camera is choppy, but sound is clear. I know, Tuber Chat. I don't know what is happening to my network. It comes and it goes, and I wish I could actually alter it, but there's nothing much I can do. I just have to wait it out and hope that you guys can hear me and you guys can stay with me. I'm hoping that Saturday, when I actually have, by the ways, for persons who are more familiar with using webcam on the laptop, how do you use it? Because now I still use my software to come live. I tried today to use the webcam, and then I don't know, it just won't show my face. I can hear myself, but I can't see my face. Oh, a next super chat. Living beautifully. Thank you so much. Super chat, super chat. Thank you, Living Beautifully. I appreciate you. Yes, so I'm not sure. Welcome in Tea Time. I am so happy you're here. I don't know. I'm not sure how to get the if anyone know how to do that tuber chat, you can PM me to tell me how I can turn on my webcam camera. I don't know how to do it. So I keep using my software for my lives, and I think maybe it would be better. Maybe that's why I'm having issues now. Either that or it's just my internet. SUCKS. All right. Congrats on your monetization, friend. Thank you so much, Shanda. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Hilda. Thank you so much. Yes. So continuing. And Shanda, I'm gonna send you a IG message soon. I think I sent it. I'm not sure if I did. If not, I'll send after my live. All right. So continuing. Oh, my phone. Where's my phone? Oh, I think I'm having a phone call. I'll get back to them later. All right, so continuing, guys. So yes, so you have the different investment that you can do. If you're not so versed with it, you can have someone that takes over your portfolio and do a diverse investment for you. And that way the it well, your profit, if you do get some profit in, it will be less than, it won't be as high as if you did it for yourself, because you have to pay the company. But yes, you have all of these things to consider. For 2020 on to 2022, you can, I see, hold on for a second, let me see. Oh, no problem. I appreciate you as well. Living beautifully. You guys, I hope that Saturday I don't cry. I'm praying. All right. J Sabel, did you ever use OBS? That's the only thing that I use, IJ Sabel. I have never used StreamYard before. I've always stick to my OBS because that's what I'm familiar with. And whatever you're familiar with, that's what you use. Yes, remember to thumbs up and to share. Thank you, uh, Charlene Hill. I appreciate that. All right, so continuing about investment, right? Maybe I should have used the webcam with my camera off, and then you guys will hear me, but it would be like maybe a podcast. But the main thing is that you can hear me clearly. When I use OBS, every time I go live directly on YouTube, it will only show the OBS logo. Not sure if that is what is going on with you. But this is okay. So the OBS I'm using now, IJ Sabel. The only time I see the logo is when I don't use my OBS and I go live straight from my laptop. Then I just see the camera thing and I don't see anywhere to turn on my camera. I don't know how to do that. I guess the expert can assist me with that. So I might reach out to a few persons asking them how to turn on my damn camera, because I don't know. They using the webcam, of course. Excuse my damn guys. So continuing, so you can also use get someone to do your diversified portfolio. You would get less return, but of course it will be less risky for you. Especially now when we don't have money to squander like that. So definitely. So moving on to other investment that you can make. And the most important one I would say is investing in yourself. Investing in yourself, right? Investing in yourself, guys. Investing in yourself. I'm tired to repeat that. And investing in yourself, it's okay. We can hear. All right. Good, good. All of these are investing in yourself. But I know a lot of person that when they do get their money, they don't. It's either they want to do the investment, but they're not dedicated enough to do it or to start. And how I always, well, do mine, and I always recommend it to others, is to use yourself as a bill. Same as though when you have to pay your mortgage, your rent, your credit card bill, your grocery bill, anything of such, and you have to make the money to pay for that. That's a bill. You consider yourself a bill as well. You put yourself as a bill. I have myself as a bill. So each time I have to pay myself. And whatever I pay myself, that is what goes into whatever investment there is. You also have to consider, with doing investment, you have to consider different types of investment. Is it the duration, the duration of the investment? So is it a short-term investment? Is it a medium-term investment? Or is it a long-term investment? Say for instance, I want a house in the next 20 years, next 15 years. I want a 6-bedroom house with a pool and a dog and whatever. Then you have to then have your vision board, because hello guys, you can have a vision board for fitness and you can have a vision board for your investment just the same, right? You have your vision board. Okay, you have a two port garage, whatever the case is, and you have that on your vision board and steps in getting to that 6-bedroom house or whatever, that special vacation to wherever. It doesn't matter. That long-term investment. You have your medium-term investment. You consider, okay, in the next 5 years, I want to update my car. I want I want a new car, I want whatever, right? Although I don't consider car an investment. Thank you so much, Hilda. But for some, it might be an investment, right? It can be an investment if you're using it to make money. But for me, if it's not making money, it is not an investment. But it is a want. So if you have that want and you say the next 5 years you want that car, then you set aside that amount. Maybe choose your investment wisely so that you don't have to liquidate. So say for instance, the next 5 years you say, okay, fixed deposit, so you're getting a certain amount of interest on that money. So 5 years down the line you can get that car. If it's a short-term investment, or I would put it an emergency fund, that emergency fund, or maybe I shouldn't say emergency fund, but that everyday fund, that's your savings. That's what you get, and that's your savings. So then you don't want to put that money that you have in investment that might be long term or short term, because it won't make any sense, because you will need it tomorrow. You might need it for next week. You might need it for February the 14th, Valentine's Day. Right? So those are, you have to consider the duration and the different types of investment and diversify depending on all of that, right? Take all of that in consideration. Now I speak a lot about all of these different investment, and I leave this one for last, and that is income. Investing in things that can give you passive income. And that is one of my favorite things, passive income, because my aim is eventually in the future I can have some passive income coming in, because we are not going to be young forever. We're going to have time when we need to just, we just don't have the energy, right? And pension is one of those. You have pension, yes, but you have other things that you can get, you can invest in for passive income. Fixed deposit or fixed portfolio can be a future passive income, but I don't consider it a passive income portfolio. Things such as writing a book, that if you invest the time, invest the money to make the book, in the future you can get money from that. That is a passive income. A rental or a house flip, I wouldn't say a house flip, but a rental, a house in real estate can be a passive income. Doing other things such as like short-term rental can be passive income. These are things that making money while you sit down not doing anything. That's passive income. If you do a song, if you're a DJ or a songwriter or anything like that, and you make a song, the royalty from that song is your passive income, because once you make that song and you put it out there, then that's it. You sit down and you earn whatever royalty that you get from that. So guys, any questions in here? I see persons listening, but I'm not seeing anyone talking. Any questions, anything that you want to, I'm not gonna stay long on here, I'm literally spending like an hour or an hour a little bit. So if you have any questions in regards to investment, you can voice it. If not, I'm gonna just go directly into budgeting. And my damn thing internet doesn't work so well, which is sad. But let me continue right into budgeting. So budgeting, and guys, please like and share. It would be nice if I have a nice full house in here. And this is a very important topic that I think everyone should know, especially now when we don't really have the luxury of spending money on things that is not necessary, right? So, for why I keep hearing this phone ringing, I don't know where this phone ringing coming from. Yes, I'm hearing this phone ringing, but I know my phone is in the other room. I'm not sure why I'm hearing it. Okay, so going back to budgeting. Do you guys budget? Like, do you really budget? Like, I had a budget. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I had a budget before my baby, and then that budget, in COVID, all of that budget was destroyed. And I think I have to go back to the drawing board and to set up a new budgeting scheme, because sometimes I have money on me and it just disappears and I don't know where it go. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it ever happened to you. You get some money from the ATM, or if you use your debit card, and then all of a sudden it just disappear on you and you don't know what you spend it on. So I think I'm gonna go back to budgeting my spending, and it's a good way to save. It's a good way to know where your money is going. It's a good way to save some money, because you can see places or things that you can cut back on and save that money. Trust me, because every mickle make a muckle. No, that's another Jamaican term that we use, and what it means is every penny counts, right? So budgeting is quite important. How do you budget? You sift through all the things that you have to pay for, whether it is daily, weekly, monthly. You can do a yearly budget, but that's pushing it. So monthly, no question, we're all listening. Okay, Hilda. So monthly budgeting, depending, I do budgeting based on how you get paid. If you get paid daily or weekly or whatever the case is, then you can do a budget for that. If you get paid monthly, you can do a monthly budgeting, right? So when you budget, you write down all, you're thinking about your inflow of money and your outflow of money, what you get in, your income, and what goes out, right? So say for instance you get $10 and you have to spend $1 for gas. Well, there's no $1 for gas, guys, so I'm just using crazy terms here. Yes, but you spend $1 for gas. Thank you so much, IJ Isabel. You spend $2 on food. You spend $1 to do your nails. Every single thing that you spend money on should be on your budget. And it's very easy. You can do your budgeting in Excel. You can do it on Excel sheet. You can do it on Words document. It doesn't matter. It's very easy. And if you can't bother with that, you can just go online and search and find a template that deals with budgeting, download it, and then you just stick your figures in there. But I used to do a personalized budget, but now I have to add other things on my budget, like taking care of my baby. Right? So I budget everything I do, whether it is for the rent. I dot down what I use monthly. Yes, Hilda, that is the best way. So you know where exactly your money goes, right? You know everywhere your money goes. If you have $10, you know where that every $10 go, every dollar from that $10, every cent, every penny goes. I need to start back doing that because budgeting is very important, especially now, and none of us know when this pandemic is gonna finish, right? Every time you feel like, oh, it is dying down, then you hear a new strand coming up, or some in some country or whatever, and it starts spreading again. So we don't really know. And whether or not you have a pandemic, you have to budget, because if you just live like that and you're not budgeting, then you find yourself living from paycheck to paycheck, and you can be earning a whole lot and still spending every single cent and still be in the minus. That can happen. Okay, let me see, I can relate to that. All right. I earn pretty okay, but I don't have savings. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. You can earn pretty well and still do not have any savings. And guys, I know I am supposed to be finished with investment, but I have to touch a little bit on that. Um, for me, and I think that it will help a lot of other person too, is uh life insurance. Life insurance separate from your job. Yes, you might have insurance from your job, from the government, health and whatever. In my country, you don't have none of no health, nothing from your government or whatever. But life insurance is important, and usually you have a section on life insurance that is investment. I have been in a bind before, and I I could just simply go and take a lump sum from one of these investment, not having no idea that it was there, because you pay a set premium every month, and then a section of it has investment on it. And because you're not sitting down and saying, okay, I have this amount there, because you said you is one premium you spend, you pay that one premium, so you have a set investment just going every single year, right? Every single year. And with the life insurance with the investment on it, reason why I like it, because tax, after a certain number of years, they don't take a lot of tax from it when you're ready to get whatever investment on that, if you don't touch it. And then you forget that it's even there, and it's, the best thing is having money that you don't know that you have. It's That's the best thing, is having money that you don't know you have. So yes, going back to my budgeting, I know I went back a bit, but I will tend to do that when I remember something. So budgeting, you write down every single thing that you spend, and then you can easily look and say, okay, I don't need to buy food on the road. I can cut down buying food on the road. And then you look and you say, oh my God, I save a lump sum of money just by not buying food on the road and cooking at home. So budgeting can be very useful in seeing where you can cut down, where you can improve on, and what you can spend less money on. And you can also see where your money is going. So it's very important. I think someone new came in. Oops. Oh, Forks and Chopstick, thank you so much for joining. I hope I didn't miss anyone else. Right, I feel that way right now, but at least we doing good so far with what I have. Hilda, trust me, it doesn't matter. Let me tell you this. It doesn't matter how small you're earning now. You could be earning $1 per day. Well, that is really low. But it doesn't matter how low you are earning. Is what matters is how much of that you can save, how much of that you can invest. Because if you're earning a lump sum of money and you're well off, but you're not saving anything, are you really living? Are you really budgeting? Are you really investing? What do you have to leave as a legacy for your kids? What is it that you have aside, so if you die tomorrow, your kids will be fine? right? You have to consider these things, think about these things. And we're not just talking about life insurance, we're talking about legacy. Legacy is important, right? And a lot of us, like myself, came from humble beginnings. And coming from humble beginnings, you don't want that for your kids. You want your kids to have an inheritance. And not all of us have inheritance that we can pass on. Some of us have to build it from scratch. And how you build that is using what you have in front of you to make good for the future. And that is really why it is important to invest. That's really important. That's the reason why it's important to budget. And even not even talking about persons from humble beginnings either. You could be making how much $1 million for whatever time if you're not investing it. Because if you look at all the persons that are making the money, every single one of them have investments. Every single one. You show me one person in this world that is well off financially and do not have investment. They do, right? So it is not just for one category of persons, it's for everybody. And that's why budgeting and investing is extremely important. Extremely important, guys. Let me see, go back to the chat because I think I've been rambling on. When I'm passionate about something, I just talk for days. Let me go back. I think I have to go back up. All right. I read that. Been staying. Okay. I've been staying with with 100 to my name, paying for everything. Damn right. Remind me of that tune from the 90s. Make me. I don't know what Charlene is saying. I don't know what Charlene is saying. Okay. Okay, forks and stick and chopstick healing me up. Okay. Uh Mystic Sensation saying hi to Forks and Chopstick. Forks and Chopstick saying hi to Hilda. Right, I feel that way right now, but at least I'm doing good so far with what I make. I think I passed that already. Mystic Sensation, so true. I relate to that. Really have to start budgeting. Hilda, we feel much better. Forks, just cough and feeling tired. Okay. Uh, well, I'm happy you're feeling much better, Hilda. I know you've been under the weather for a bit. And what I like is that it doesn't matter what happens to Hilda over there. Hilda is still grinding, and that's the determination you have to have. uh you just have to keep going. You have to keep going. Blind guy, his wife said, in America a lot of people don't qualify for life insurance because they are so unhealthy. They are too big of a risk for the company. Health is an investment. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna read the other chat now, but let me address that. Blind guy, his wife, their life. This is so important, and that's why we have to take care of our health. That is why that is why I have this channel. That is why I encourage every person I come across to start investing in themselves. And investing in themselves doesn't always mean monetary, but in food, what you take in your body, what your exercise, your mental health, all of that. Because at the end of the day, it might sound cliche, but your health is your wealth. Trust me, your health is your wealth. You can be a millionaire today and tomorrow you have cancer, and guess what, you're broke. Because when it comes to certain illnesses, it takes so much from you. And I know this because I've worked for 4+ years in nuclear medicine. I've seen persons come in with certain illnesses that are just out of this world. And it's most of them is related to how they eat, what they take in, them not taking care of their body, and so on. Hilda saying weight has nothing to do with life insurance. No, not weight, but taking care of your body. not weight, but taking care of your body. Because trust me, you can be a stick and be unhealthy. You can be a stick Hilda and be unhealthy. Trust me. So it doesn't necessarily have to do with weight, but taking care of your body, trying to eat healthy, trying to, you know, exercise and so on. Because then once you have an illness for life insurance, it's the same thing here. Once you come in and they think that you're not insurable. Because remember, I don't want to say it's a scam. I don't want you to put me on record saying insurance companies are scam. I did not say that. But how they make their money is by insuring healthy persons, and then over a period of time of you paying premium, they can get all of that money. And then when you reach a certain stage, then or you die, I should say, you die, you get it. But over the probability of you dying from a certain illnesses is low. So they get their money from that. One of the ways that they get their money. So yeah, they get their money from insuring healthy people. So they're not gonna, if they think that they're not gonna get enough money from you, they're not gonna insure you. It's crazy. Mystic Sensation says, so true. Okay, I think I went through that. How is it I'm so far back in the chat? Let me get up to date. Let me get up to date, guys. Give me a second. Let me get up to date. Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. Okay, I passed that already. That's great, folks. You need to read about life insurance. Take note of what Abby's saying as well. All right, that's how it goes. Blind guy, his wife. Well, I am here in the US, but from the Philippines, I do not know that. We talk, Abby. One of my businesses, life insurance, is so necessary. Yes, Charlene Hill. Yes, girl. I did the course and everything, and then in the end, I kind of just be like, I'm not gonna do this. It's tiring because I have to be on the road all the time. So I know the ins and out of what they consider insurable. We need to educate ourselves and do the actions necessary. Yes, Hilda said, right, Charlene. Forks and Chopsticks says, I'm listening to you, Abby, when I'm here eating lunch. Yes, I would eat some lunch right now. I haven't eaten as yet. Feeling so bad. Okay, I learned something new about you. I agree with Abby. Health is the part of. Yes, it might sound cliche, but Charlene, health is all well. Trust me. If you're overweight, they charge you more. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. The same with age, Charlene. When you're overweight and when you have when you're closer to certain age, the older you are, they charge you more because it's a money making thing. It kind of is a money making thing. I mean, it's a business, guys, and every business have to get money, have to make profit. So part of it is making money. It's a business. So the older you are, the more they're gonna charge you because they think that the probability of you dying is higher when you're older compared to when you're younger, which is not necessarily the case because someone can just come and kill you today. But that's what they think. That's their strategy. So the older you are and the more weight you have on, they tend to want to charge you more money because now they think that they have to cover their base, and if you die they get enough money from you before you die, so they make their money. Crazy. I have my issues with life insurance and I keep it real about that, but the value of it outweighs the downside. I agree, Charlene Hill, and the best thing is with life insurance is to always try to add investments on it. And there are several different types of life insurance. I don't go for life insurance when if I reach 65 retirement age, I cannot get back any of my money. I try to go for that's the next thing that person should also investigate and research on is a type of life insurance that you take for you and your family. I go for the ones that I can get something back. So say for instance I haven't died before retirement and I reach a certain age, I suppose I can get back some money. I pay all that money and that's it, you know? So separate and apart from having an investment on it, you should also think about the type of life investment that you take for you and your family. As I said, I research everything because it has to be very beneficial for me and my family for me to consider doing it. So I think I sidetrack a bit. I went back to, well, it's not really sidetrack because it all falls within investment and budgeting. So yes, let me see where, oh, I'm 10 minutes over. So I am gonna be on for just a little bit more and then I come off because I hear my baby literally just push his crib, and I know what time is it. He is up and he's getting into a big boy now. So he's literally walking, taking his slow time to come around here to see what he can pull down from all my things. Alright. Papa, no, no, no. See, you just pull on my thing right here. Come, walk the other side. Go around. Go around the other side, sweetie. Yes, go around the other side. Yes, go around the other side. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, Anwell. All right. Mm-hmm. Yes. So continuing, guys. I'm so sorry. My little sweetheart is up and he is very active. So he's looking for something to pull down on me. He's just plugged out my ring light. Yeah, I'm actually using my ring light today. Yes, so I think I cover most of what I wanted to come on here to discuss: investment, budgeting, and if anyone have any questions in regards to budgeting or investment, they can always ask in the chat and I'll address it. But budgeting is very important, guys. And as I said, if it's, you just can't bother to create the things that you have to spend on, whatever, then you can always get a template online and you can edit that template. Some of them allow you to edit the template. For me, I prefer to do a custom made one for myself so that it fits my lifestyle, right? But yes, you have to know where your penny is going, and you must be able. We appreciate this well taught, but save the baby. Yes, the baby. The baby is fine. I just gave him a toy, so now he's just rocking along with it, and life is good. He's at the best stage right now, which is just living and enjoying life. Yeah. So I don't want to touch too much on life insurance, because but I did touch on it a bit there. But if there's any questions, guys, you can always ask, and I will. LOL, it's mommy. I need you. Oh my God. Yes, Charlene. Yes, IJ Sabel. Yes, he is up already. I just give him his toy, so he is good. But I will definitely be off like in the next minute or so. I might have a part two to this, guys, because there's some things that I did not cover in this stream because I didn't really expect for it to be so much things that I have to touch on. But I don't think I went too in depth with passive income, and I really want to talk about this because a lot of person don't know the ways and means that they can make money by just sitting down. So for my next session, after of course my monetization live, then I will do a part two to this. I want to thank you all for coming. I appreciate you. I appreciate all my super chatters. And I hope to see you guys next week, Saturday. Might be similar time to this for my monetization live. I will schedule it from the Friday so that persons can, share me out, and we can have more persons come into that, because it's a big shout out to